How can you tell a true friend? Hey, I'm Cheryl Hunter, best-selling author and resilience expert. How do you know what a true friend is? Sometimes I feel like what passes for friendship or what we allow to happen in our friendships is we get too comfortable. Now, don't get me wrong, being comfortable with your friends is one of the best parts about friendship. But what I mean is we get lax and we let each other off the hook as opposed to holding each other to account. So, like, for example, if one person wants to go on a diet, the other person will say things like, "Oh, forget it, have cake, you want it, you deserve it, you're fine just the way you are, who cares?" Rather, I would like to assert that really what a true friendship is it's a place where we really do hold each other to account. We stand for one another and we know how great the other one can be and we're determined that they do it. I want to read you a quote from author Seth Godin. He says, "Good advice is priceless. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. Not imaginary, but practical. Not based on fear, but on possibility. Not designed to make you feel better, designed to make you better. Seek it out and embrace the true friends that care enough to risk sharing it. I'm not sure what takes more guts, giving it or getting it." Several years ago, when I was being trained to lead personal and professional development seminars, I was sitting in a room with somebody who was training me, who had become a dear friend. And the air conditioning kicked on, and I thought, oh man, it's freezing in here. If it were this cold, I was saying to myself, if it were this cold outside, they would turn the heat on. And this guy, my friend, Terry was his name, he saw me check out, and I was like, ranting in my own head, and he goes, "Hey, Cheryl, what's going on?" And I went into my rant about the air conditioning. And he said, "Okay, I get it. So I'm clear. What you're saying is your ability to be present and to be here and to do good work is contingent upon the temperature, right?" And I was like, oh, forget you. Oh, what a jerk. I can't believe he's saying something like that. Like, my ability to be present is contingent upon the circumstances. Hey, he's onto something, I thought. And it got me thinking, like in a profound kind of way. At first, mind you, what I was thinking was, I am never talking to him again. How rude, how dare he, he's so insulting. No one's ever told me anything like that before. And then I realized no one ever cared to. Having that revelation had me realize that I had so many things collapse that I never could have seen without the objectivity that a friend can provide. If you know my story, I was abducted by two criminals as a teenager. And up until that point, I felt like there was this connection, this correlation I had made where if circumstances around me were conducive, I could be and feel great. But if they weren't, then damn it, I was going to be upset. I was going to be deflated. I was going to have a lack of power, but a good reason for it. And in him saying that, I realized that no, I could still be who I wanted to be regardless of the circumstances. And I got that from a friend named Terry who was willing to risk me hating him. What about you? What are the things that you could contribute to a friend lovingly that could alter their world? I would love to hear from you. Head over to CherylHunter.com where the real conversation is taking place and let me know all of it. I'd love to hear, are you willing for friends to tell you things? Have you been willing to contribute in that way? How has it gone? What are you going to do now? Have people contributed to you in the past? What difference has it made? I'd love to hear it all. Now, while you're there, subscribe to my list to be kept abreast of things that I only send out to people via email. If you like this video, share it with your friends and your family, particularly anybody you know that this could crack something open for and make a real difference in their lives. Follow me on social media as well. I would love to stay connected. Thank you for being here. Have your life make a difference. And the air conditioning kicked on, and I thought, oh man, it's freezing in here. If it were this cold, I was saying to myself, if it were this cold outside, they would turn the heat on.